It may seem premature, but talk is already taking place about rebuilding Iraq. It's a key reason U.S. President George Bush and British Prime Minister Tony Blair are meeting at Camp David. Today, Bush traveled to Florida to speak to a group of soldiers.
There will be a day of reckoning for the Iraqi regime, and that day is drawing near.
Bush and Blair are meeting tonight and tomorrow. They'll discuss the war and how the United Nations, the U.S., and Europe can work together in Iraq's reconstruction.
I'm here to help you rebuild your country and to turn your government into one which serves you. Across Iraq, my staff is already hard at work. Most of you now have the electricity back on, and many have clean water again in their homes. The hospitals are starting to get supplies and the services that they need to operate. Over the next few days and the next few weeks, you will all see these services restored. And along with the military, we are working to keep your streets safe. As security continues to improve, this security job would be done more and more by Iraqis, but by Iraqis who work with you and not against you. I'll be here for a short time, just to help get things going. But this is your country, and it's your future. Your new government will be an open government and an honest government. That is your dream, it is my dream, and it's the dream of the world. You must return to work in the government institutions and in the town services so that you can help shape the government and you can help shape your future. It's your skills and it's your pride that will rebuild the country. And I promise you, you will be paid for your work.
The American Defense Secretary Donald Rumsfeld is starting a tour of Gulf countries during which he'll discuss his country's long-term military plans for the region. He's also expected to visit Afghanistan for talks with President Hamid Karzai.
Mr. Rumsfeld's precise itinerary is unclear, but he was quick to point out to reporters that this was not a victory tour. He said even though the major conflicts had ended, there is still much to do.
We've got a lot of hard work left. People are still being shot at, in some cases killed and wounded, and the task before us in Iraq is clearly one that's going to take a lot of attention, a lot of focus, and a lot of effort over a period of time.
He insisted that the United States has no plans for its military to be permanently based in Iraq, and suggested that with the removal of Saddam Hussein from power, Washington might reduce its long-term presence in the Gulf region over time. But he clearly said that troops will remain in both Iraq and Afghanistan until stable governments are in control.
And we intend to stay there and work with the international community to assist them in transitioning from where they were to where they're going.
And there's no longer a monopoly on the media here. Satellite dishes banned under Saddam Hussein are now being snapped up by Iraqis who can afford them. A people fed propaganda for decades now want to hear and be told the truth. Caroline Hawley, BBC News, Baghdad.